Alright, here we go. Hello, everyone. I decided I want to do a late night stream today because I said screw it, for a couple of reasons. But yeah, also because, I don't know, I haven't done a late night-y kind of podcast in a while. Like late night-ish. So I was like, you know what? That sounds like the vibe I want. So that's the vibe you're gonna get. So, yeah, just, talking late at night. And obviously we'll get to the other part of the title about the advertising thing. But that was just kind of like a I was gonna say subplot, but I guess sure, why not subplot? Let's go for that word. For this. But hello, yeah. I don't know. I'm officially done for my semester now, so I'm free for like the next like month and a half. So there's that vibe. I need to get back to working on my video projects. Again, I have 2 of them. Hopefully, I'll have them come around Christmas. I think I should be able to do it. I've had worse crunch times for myself. They should be able to get it out on time. There's no excuse for me not to be able to get them out on time. But considering all I have to do is edit one, do slight recording for it, but like pretty much have to edit one. The footage is there. It's just I need to just do it. But I'm being lazy. I have to finish the rest of the scripting for the other and then like record it. But like I'm pretty much like close enough to being done with that part. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, just there's that. But yeah, so my throat is also just already going out, and that hasn't even been a minute yet. Great. That's gonna be a good start. For this whole stream. But yeah, no. I really didn't do much really update wise. That away. Like I said, I it was either 50-50 with this either I was gonna play some random game or I was gonna do like a podcast. So I decided to do a podcast today because I thought that would, I don't know, fit my vibe more, I guess, of what I wanted to do. So here we are. So yeah, so probably next time I'll probably be doing a game. On the 21st. Okay. Sorry, I was checking what weekend that was. I'm like, what date is that? So yeah. Anyway, I guess we can get like into the topic of what I wanted to talk about today, just because I don't know. I just thought about this recently and I wanted to like I guess, discuss it, which is wondering why advertising sucks nowadays. I was gonna say like if it sucked, but I'm like, no, it definitely sucks. Advertising sucks nowadays. And I'm not talking about generally on YouTube because I know everyone talks about that. I just mean like overall the grand scheme of like advertisements. Like that's what I mean more about like what I mean by advertising, because it's like everyone's discussed how it just does, okay? It just does. There's nothing else you can really discuss with that. So there's that. But I meant like just advertising, because it's interesting. We started going on to streaming services because we wanted to avoid advertising, but nowadays it seems like every streaming service has like advertising in some fashion. So I guess we lost in that regard. Just because there's so many streaming services and they're trying to go against each other, and one person or the other is going to only like probably go to one streaming service at a time, likely, so they're not going to make a lot of money. So that's how they're going to get money out of you. It's make you even pay more money for like the premium version, so you don't have to watch advertising. But even then, you sometimes do get advertising, even if you have the premium version. So that's fun. That's exciting. That way. So I don't know, but yeah, no. I've been seeing a lot more ads recently, just because my dad's been watching football, and advertising will like run on like some of the streaming services for that, which is fine. I understand that kind of point. There's the in between, each play kind of thing. So, or there's like a timeout or whatever. Like they'll have advertising, but like, no, I just started noticing. I'm not gonna name companies or brand names because I don't want to get sued. But I will say like there's a couple that I've noticed, and like every time I see them, they either irritate me really badly, or they like are so boring that they do nothing for me. Like I don't remember them, or if I do remember them, it's only because they annoy me. Which I guess that works for advertising. I guess I mean I guess that could be a ploy there, but I don't know. It's just like, and I'm not saying like, oh, I miss the good old days of advertising, because it's like, let's be real, when advertising was like quote unquote the good old days, I was a kid and I didn't care about advertising. I just wanted to watch cartoons. That's just a true matter of fact. That's all I wanted to do was watch good old fashioned cartoons. I wanted to watch SpongeBob, and I wanted to watch Foster's Home and all that. I don't know, I just mentioned two cartoons I watched as a kid. But like, all I want to do is watch cartoons. I didn't care about advertising. Don't try to sell me things. I see you through your ploy, and I don't have any money anyway because I'm a child and also we're poor. So I couldn't even buy half of your things. But like, I don't know, there's something though, like, because I was like watching some like compilations with Gus recently though, about like old commercials about like 90s 2000s commercials, and I don't know, there was something about those commercials that like, I don't know, felt nostalgic. Maybe because again I was a kid watching them and it was like, time of not having to do things, of being an adult, kind of thing. So maybe there's that, I don't know. But I feel like there was something like some kind of a charm to those like advertisements. I don't know, like I felt less annoying, less like in my face. I mean, yeah, a lot of the kid advertising where they were selling toys were yelling, that's for sure. But I mean, when were they not yelling? I don't know. But it's just like, I don't know, like Benderoos. I remember Benderoos, and those advertisements were kind of fun. They showed you how the product worked, and that was that. Versus being cryptic. I feel like a lot of advertisements are cryptic nowadays, and I don't like that. There's just that. I don't know. Like, I just remember, like, again, I think this is a good example, too, because I was, like, talking to this with my dad. Because he lived, I'm gonna say, he lived in, like, the golden age. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, because literally what I'm about to say. So I was like, my dad lives in the golden age of, like, cartoons and advertising and, like, everything, being born in, like, the 60s and 70s. Like, commercials had, like, jingles all the time. Like, he remembers every single jingle, from every, like, single advertising thing. Like, literally, I'll actually give an example. There was a soup ad. I'm not gonna say what kind of soup, but a soup ad on TV. And they were using, like a licensed song or another to use for the advertising. And I was like, why are they doing that nowadays? They need to stop doing that. Stop like trying to change like songs to fit into your ads. I just don't like that for some reason. And I decided to ask this, like, did this company have a jingle back in the day? And he like said, hold on, paused, and then he started singing the jingle. And I'm like, why don't they use the jingle then? They have it. Just use the jingle then. It's kind of weird. Just why was my point. Because it's like, if you're able to do that and remember it over, like, I don't know, like, let's say, like, 50 something odd years later, then why aren't they doing it? Like, I don't understand that kind of the concept. Like, it weirds me out. Because I'm like, jingles, I feel like I remember for days, like, like a good catchy jingle, I'll get stuck in my head. A good example from, like, 2000s was creditreport.com. They had that, like, I know I said I wasn't going to mention it, but, like, any advertising, but I wanted to use that as an example. I'm not saying it was good or bad, but, they had a cool, like, jingle. I liked it back in the day. It was fun. It's still stuck in my head over, like, 18 years or so later. I don't know, when I forgot what that ad was coming out. Probably maybe more like 20. I don't know. But like I remember that one. And it was like it's still, I still remember it. And it's interesting. It's like, also I feel like when I was a kid, a lot of like, even though there wasn't really much jingles anymore, it was much more like catchphrases for advertising, like things that like you would remember. That way, like, Pop-Tarts Crazy Good was the, excuse me, my god, my throat's already jacked right now. Again, it's only, actually, that's not true, I was talking to my sister today, so that's probably why my, voice is all jacked up, and also it is telling me my bit rate is going down, so that's fun. Let me see if I can fix that really quick, hold on. I don't know, why are you having issues? Probably because my internet just sucks. It's gonna be like that. Hopefully it's not acting weird. I don't know. Sometimes it'll get wonky. Sometimes it doesn't. But anyway. But yeah, like catchphrases. Like Crazy Good was for Pop-Tarts. Respect a pouch for, like, I don't know. There's just a lot of them. Like, I can remember a couple of them nowadays. But, like, I don't know. It feels like ads. Like, I feel like either again, I don't remember them, or I'm annoyed by them, or like they just aren't done well. They're just not done well. There's just something about advertising that like has lost its like charm, I guess, to it. Because there's still like at least there's some charm to it. I don't know, like, and maybe it could just because I don't know why is it like why? What do you mean the bit rate's low? Telling me is why is it bit rate low? I don't know how to fix it. What is it, like showing it on my thing? I don't know. Hold on. Is it showing on here that it's dropping like crazy? Oh yeah, it definitely is dropping. Okay. Like, hold on. Why won't you go back up? Go back up. Relax. I'm not even doing anything on screen. I'm just worried it's like getting all wonky woo. Could be like my internet is just sucking hardcore right now. Yeah, it is like not going well. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, it's now saying it's green again, at least for like a second right now. We'll see if it stays like that. But it's green. So, okay, long story short, back to my point. If for some reason it was lagging like crazy at that, my point is, catchphrases were a thing, at least when I was a kid. Even though there weren't any jingles. So, at least there was still like some merit of like memorization to commercials that way. Just like catchphrases, or like, again, I don't know, like, also I feel like this, what they were advertising for was much more interesting. I don't care. Like, cool, you're advertising a new phone. Like I said, I won't say what phone company, but a phone, and it's always like, I don't care. Like, it's always like just so same, and it bothers me. And I don't know, I can't describe it. There's like some, I can't put my finger on it, like what it is about like advertising that just bothers me like crazy nowadays. It's not even the fact of like, oh, I want to watch my TV, I want to do that, whatever. It's like, look, I've had that in the past. That need to like be like, oh, I just want to watch what I want to watch. But I feel like it's gotten worse because it's like, I think actually I blame a little bit of YouTube because the fact that you can skip ads, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with skipping ads. Please let me keep skipping ads. God forbid. It seems like YouTube is like trying to prevent more and more people not letting people skip ads. Please, let me have that option. It's like, I don't know, like not being able to skip it. I think it like makes me want to like just want me to just gun ho, like let me skip through this. I don't want to watch it. You know, I don't care. I can't do more than like a couple seconds of, you know, of an ad. And so it makes me like upset when I can't skip, kind of thing. Why, you know, I don't know. I think it's also why like I've slowed down on watching on Twitch, because you can't skip ads on Twitch. And like, oh my god, it seems like almost every like 10 or so minutes there's an ad, and there are like 5 of them, and they're all a minute long. I have to wait 5 minutes, unless of course I pay for like a subscription. Look, I'm not saying I don't want to support Twitch streamers. That's not my issue. I will support them. That's fine. My problem is, why are you making me not, like, you're making me less likely, you're making me not want to do it even more, because I don't want to have to pay me because of just advertising. I want to do it because I want to support the person. That is my issue. At the end of the day, let me support them because I want to support them, not because I don't want to watch ads. That's just not how that works, because then it's not me being nice, it's me just wanting to not be miserable. I guess is the point. I don't know. Like, there's something about that. And I don't blame Twitch streamers themselves for that, because I understand they can't do anything about that. That's just how they have to do things, you know? And I understand why YouTube does it, because it's like, well, we need to pay our YouTubers. It's like, okay, but like have different advertising on there, please, for the love of God, you know? And then there, like I said, there's just streaming services where their ads are pretty much like normal cable ads, but again, like, I feel like 10 times worse. The thing is, I saw cable ads recently, because I went to like a hotel in Sun Fashion, and I saw like, you know, cable, and like, I haven't seen cable in a long time, like a very long time, so I was like able to see what commercials were like, and it's like, no, they've definitely gotten worse too. Like, cable's definitely like still similar with its like you know, with its advertising and everything like that. It just like, I don't know. just, but it just seems like, again, worse. Everything just feels I feel like that's just how everything is nowadays. So everything just feels worse. Like everything like 10 times more annoying, more frustrating, more like just I don't know. Just nothing feels sacred anymore, man. Like, I don't know. Like, the internet doesn't feel sacred. Nothing feels sacred. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I kind of accept, you know, just a lot of things of how, like, the internet's become. Like, it's one of those things where it's, like, a lot of the times, yeah, I'm not surprised how, like, the internet's become worse, like, every year. But it's, like, I feel like just everything is bad. It's, like, the thing is, like, I made, a whole stream talking about, like, the sequels and prequels and, yeah, you know, all that, you know, kind of jazz. And it's, like, I was saying how, like, that's getting out of hand. It's just, that's the thing. Nothing feels creative anymore. That's the word. Nothing feels creative. Nothing feels like anything's being put enough effort into nowadays. There's no creativity. There's no interesting things going on. Like, it feels like everything just feels bland. And it sucks. And I get that just that's how, like, we're at right now. And I'm sure, like, in the future, something has to, like, like, things have to suck before, things can get, like, better that way. But it still feels like, again, like, when is that gonna be? Is that gonna be, like, a year? Or is that gonna be a couple of years? Because I'm tired. I'm tired already. I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of it, Because it's, again, like, I want movies and TV shows and things like that to be interesting. And it's not like they don't exist. Like, indie things in general, like, exist. It's just, like, they're hard to find because there's such a vast array of, like, everything, to, like, movies, to, like, TV shows, and, like, video games, that, like, they exist. You have to just kind of find them. At least for, like, video games, I've been noticing, like, I've been, like, kind of looking out for them more. I've been playing a lot of indie games. I mean, like, I played Cult of the Lamb, and I'm now playing Hades. So there is that. But, like, I don't know. Like, it just, everything just, feels like, again, like, nothing is, like, interesting. And advertising, I feel like, is definitely, like, a good example of that, because it's, like, I don't know, I wish I could give examples. My problem is, the moment I start giving examples, the moment I'm gonna get in trouble, because even if I'm, like, vague enough about it, some company's gonna come after me, and I don't want that in my life. So, like, I can't give, like, good examples about, like, it's, again, like I said, like, I can say phone ad. I can't say which phone ads, or which technology ads, or, like, like, or which services, show these advertisements and blah, blah, blah. It's, like, I can't really mention them because, again, I'm gonna get sued. So, but I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's not much with this topic, I realize, and I wish I didn't title the stream with that. So, but I did title it Late Night Talk, so I can talk about whatever I choose to talk about at the end of the day. So, I'll figure it out. But yeah, no, I don't know. Just everything feels so just, like, not creative anymore. I don't know. Arcane got done. I just realized something that is creative, though. Arcane. I can talk about Arcane. It's been a few weeks. Do I need to spoiler tag myself with Arcane? I probably should. Let me put that in the description really quick before I go, because I should put just, like, Arcane season 2. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Nope, no, it isn't. Never mind. I lied. Okay, there we go. Spoilers. Alright, I'm gonna talk about Arcane season 2. If you've not seen season 2, and you wish to, please leave now, because I'm going to be talking about it for a little bit, because I might as well. You know what? It's my stream. I can talk about whatever I want. So I don't know. I've not also talked about Arcane. I don't know if I ever talked about Arcane in general on this channel. I probably should. It's a good series. In general, like, I really like the series. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about season 2. So you've been warned that way. So yeah, season 2 pretty much wrapped up a couple weeks ago. Let me see how many weeks ago. The 23rd? Did it finish? Yes, it was the 23rd. So about 3 weeks ago. To this day. And wow, holy Jesus. For the most, like, so for the beginning, like, part about, like, Arcane for me, I watched it back in when it actually came out in 2021, which very rare for me to watch something as it comes out. Um, so like I watched it as it came out, so it was a very interesting experience that way. Luckily for me, I didn't have to wait weeks like people did, at least originally when the first season came out. It was all out, so I just binged the show. And it was around like my times when I was doing finals for school at that time too, and so it got me through finals. It was something nice to kind of watch after like a day of studying or something. So I really enjoyed the series. The animation's fantastic and amazing, and I've always just liked it. And so like waiting upon years and years until this year, obviously, season 2 came out, and wow, it's a very roller coaster ride. It is such a fun series, for sure. I'm very sad that it's over though. Since this was like the season finale. There will be series final, excuse me, not season finale, series final. I should correct myself with that. But supposedly they're gonna make a whole universe around Arcane and like the League of Legends series. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know if they're gonna get like Fortiche to continue with it. I would hope so, at least another series longer, just because I really love their animation style, and their like writing team and everything is like really good. So that would be great. Because yeah, definitely a lot of is writing high on the next series, because yeah, like the writing of the series is like really good. So probably going to be nervous for the next whatever thing they do, wherever they go, and then the world of League of Legends. I don't know, maybe Noxus or something. I heard like some theories on it. The thing is, I know nothing about League of Legends. I've learned like things here and there just for like the sake of just learning. But I don't play the game. I will not play the game anytime soon. You can't make me. The closest I've done is playing a card game based off the series. So there's that. But yeah, season 2 is really done well. I know people kind of say that the ending felt a little rushed, and I feel like that's a lot of series nowadays. I think it's just like the short production run that they're allowed to have, because the series like had 9. I mean, the original first season had like 9 episodes as well, but I don't know, maybe people think that flowed better at the time. I don't know, maybe people didn't think that flowed better at the time. I don't know, maybe they just, for the sake of it, was like, well, there's gonna be another season, so it's fine, maybe thing. I don't know, but like I agree but don't agree that like the season was like cut short. I feel like there could have been maybe more time to develop a lot of the background. My cat's gonna go off in a minute. Hi. He's going off now, I mean. Hi. Hello. he's just gonna... Why are you standing in the entranceway, dude? Okay, so he's gonna go cry somewhere else. So, I don't know, he was just like looking at me, crying, and I'm like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Anyway, so... But it's like, I feel like with a lot of the background stories, for example, I feel like Mel's whole storyline definitely could have used an episode or two more. Like a whole episode with just her, I feel like could have helped a lot. That is the one thing I was thinking when I was like watching the series. Is like, man, Mel's like storyline just felt like really short. Like they would cut to her sometimes, and then they get back to the other story, and then by the time she came like around with like her new abilities and everything, it just felt like, oh, Mel's back. Okay. Like, yeah, people mentioned that she was gone, but then she came back and everyone was like, oh, Mel, you're back. Good to see you. And it's like, okay, she's been gone for like weeks. Like, you're not like one bit like, oh my god, Mel, what happened? What, why were you gone for so long? Like, everyone just felt like nonchalant. It's like, hey, yeah, so the world's about to end. Nice to see you. Like, I don't know. Just felt like very, like, swept under the rug kind of feeling with that. But, like, I don't know. That's just that whole thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know anywhere else where I feel like the story felt rushed in some capacity. I feel like it was fine for the most part. I think that would maybe like just Mel's storyline and maybe a little bit of Mbessa's as well with that. Were like the only ones where I feel like that could have been more developed. Like that could have like had like an extra episode or two. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's anything like, again, like a lot of people were saying the story. I think that was my only issue with that kind of area. I know a lot of people had a very stinkler part with like the ending where Vi and Kate like get together, and they're sitting by the fire, and Caitlin goes like, "Are you still in this fight, Violet?" And Vi goes, "It's like, I am the dirt under your nails, Cupcake. You're never gonna get rid of me," or something like that. And it's like everyone had such a hissy fit. It was like, that was not loving. That was not like that felt not endearing at all. And it's like, and it's like, I feel like it's so funny to me because like for a little bit of time I'm like, maybe I shouldn't like this scene. But then like the more I thought about it and the more like other people like analyze the scene specifically, the more I'm like, yeah, no, I'm right to like this scene because there's so much like deep like layers to that like whole like scenario in general. Like the fact that I feel like people I think take out of context that, are you still in this fight, as in, or still in this war, I think, or something like that. It's like they're making it seem like you meant battle and made it seem like oh, you're into this like this war, this fight, this battle. But I think more along the lines that someone explained it best. I forgot like which channel, and I apologize, but if you know, someone can comment it. But like someone made a point how they're making a point where it's like it wasn't like actual war, but essentially the relationship between her and Vi, since it was quite rocky, considering how like pretty much like just straight up like just said Vi was like too much of a sister and that she wouldn't change, and like pretty much hit her with the butt end of her gun and just left her there that way, and then became a full-on dictator. Yeah, that's not great. And then only just like got back together recently, and also like other way had like a whole rebound situation with Maddie, which that is whole storyline that way. But yeah, like there was a lot, and like Vi went to like deep depression. She became emo and started drinking heavily and started going to fight pits and all that. It's like I get where like again like people like kind of like probably misinterpreted that line. And also the thing is, I think what most people like didn't like was that they're under your nails line. But it's like, to me, there's a couple of things about that line I like. One, I feel like it's very in character for Vi to say that. I'm not saying she wouldn't say "I love you, Cupcake." Like, she would, but I think it's like the way that Vi is like rugged and like rough always, and that's how like her character is. She just kind of doesn't really just directly, just say "I'm here, always for you" kind of thing. It's more of like a deeper rooted thing that way. I think also too, it's very like, I feel like her culture kind of thing. I feel like it's a very Zanti thing to say. Like, I don't know, like I feel like it's like a miner, like like coal miners or whatever they were, type of job that like one person would say, because that's what Zon, people of Zon were, is that they worked in the mines. So like I feel like that's like also kind of relates to that history there, like a very endearing way. And also like someone also mentioned too, like in some culture, I forgot what culture, but it also like meant something of like endearment too. I don't know, just a lot of people like just misinterpret that line, and I don't like that, because it's like, dude, people praise the show for such deep layers, and yet when people got something so deep, people are like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, how people can like show so much endearment for a show, for their writing, and how like deep they can get, and how like great the story is that way, and how like the characters interact. But then the moment they get something like super deep, they get offended by it, and it's like, okay, so why compliment it if you can't even understand it? Don't do that. Like, I don't know, it's just annoying. I'm sure it's not like, it was not everyone, and some people have let it go at this point, but like, I don't know, it just bothered me at the time. But I really like that scene a lot. Look, guys, I'm gonna say it. YouTube can censor me all they want. I don't care. We had a full-on sex scene, guys. We got what we wanted. Why are you complaining about this one, like, specific, like, end scene just because they weren't, like, being super lovey-dovey? Like, this is not the time to be lovey-dovey. Literally, they had a whole war that they just barely went out and survived from. What else do you want from this whole situation? Like, I don't know, man. It's just so weird. But I love the storyline. I love Jinx's storyline. I love how her character arc is so interesting, because she has this, like, in the season, like, she starts off, like, as, like, pretty much this kind of villain, but, like, you kind of felt bad because she seemed like she's, like, she's in a place of grieving herself, and she acted out in a place of, like, grief as well. but like she also is still like very herself, still like not doing well, not really as stable. But then she meets Isha, and like her character completely just changes and turns around, and she becomes like this like older sister character and understands like Vi like much more deeply that way, and like this a family bond we get then, and then completely just all that is taken away, and she's completely broken. Like not even like, you know, her like going through like a psychotic break. She's just completely done with everything. She's done with life, you know. And she has this like final hurrah at the end. It's like, it's very interesting how they just wrote with Jinx's character. Obviously, she's probably most likely not dead. I don't want to say she's not dead, because somehow, some way, I feel like that might come back to haunt me, and they just somehow like say she's dead and she never comes back in the franchise. But I doubt it. Jinx is one of like the biggest characters in like League of Legends. I don't think they're gonna kill her off like completely. And there's like hints of her like being alive, so there's that. But it's like, it's so interesting how like they send off like her character though, for at least Arcane, as this like complicated, like she's still like this complicated like character, in the sense that like she's redeemed herself, but also again she's done these horrible things, and like it still is going to like haunt her character forever, even if they do like bring her back for like a different series. It's so interesting. I don't know, I like that. I'm liking how like villain-ish characters are not fully being redeemed, but not redeemed kind of recently, because like also there's like Agatha, which I'm not gonna put a spoiler tag for Agatha right now. I'm not in the mood. I'm not gonna really say anything. All I'm gonna say is her character is, that show is so done really well and so well written. But like for Agatha, it's like her character is so interesting because you love her, but she's such a villain. She does these horrible things, but you really like her as a character. And there is like redeeming qualities to her character, but there's also like literally show one redeeming quality, and then she reverts back to her like villainous self, and it's like, oh, okay, you know. So you don't feel bad for what you do, but you do feel bad, but you don't feel bad. It's very interesting. It's not quite the same, because like Agatha is like a full-fledged like villain, versus Jinx it's like kind of misunderstood kind of a character. She's kind of got like these Zula vibes, I feel like, from Avatar, like pretty hardcore. I feel like that's kind of how she is. It's like very like, on the surface, people don't like her because she's like super villainy. Now, again, not the greatest comparison either, because Azula was pretty evil in her own right, and again, doesn't quite feel bad for when she's done. Versus Jinx does at the end, but I think it's a more of like the unstable family life and like this expectation that was like put onto them, and how they, excuse me, like just, yeah, like in the end kind of like, yeah, like kind of just broke completely. And also because I realized like no one's really read the comics, but like it's just interesting, like Zula's arc, just of her like trying to, her self-discovery and her like kind of becoming better as a person, but like still pretty, again, like pretty much a villain still in her own way. It's just, yeah, like I feel like Jinx again wasn't like fully redeemed in the sense of like, oh, she's the good guy now. It's more of like, okay, she kind of did these horrible things and she acknowledges it, but like I think the best line that like that helps with that is how she talked to Kate, like, I didn't know your mom was, you know, in the building when she shot the building and killed her mom. But it's like she didn't say like she regrets what she did. She just said that she didn't know her mom was in there. Like, I mean, I guess it could be a hint that she was saying she regretted it, but also I don't think so. I really think she said like, I still would have done it, you know, even if your mom was in there, but I would have felt maybe guilty, I guess, at the end of the day. I don't know. I just think it's such an interesting, just the way they did her character. I don't know. I feel like just the whole series like was still good. I mean, if like for some reason like some people think season 2 wasn't as good as season 1, I get it in some fashion, but like also I was fine with it. I enjoyed the series, and I'm glad that we had it in the first place. I'm sad that it's over. Hopefully we get, you know, other things within the franchise that's similar to the writing and storytelling and animation style. I mean, God, Fortiche is just so good with their animation style. It's amazing. I mean, it's also thanks to the Spider-Verse movies resisting, because clearly it's inspired by that. Which, if you think about it, the pipeline to like Spider-Verse to Arcane is interesting, because the two things that correlate them is Haley Steinfeld, which is fascinating in its own way. Just again, the animation styles being similar and the good storytelling, and then like Haley Steinfeld plays Gwen Stacy and also Vi. And I think that is interesting to me. I don't know. There could just be, like, also, like, the fact that, like, also around the same time as Arcane came out, Hawkeye came out, and she played Kate Bishop in that. I don't know. There's a whole weird pipeline there that I think is interesting that I don't feel like a lot of people talk about. Is that, like, that weird Marvel to, like, Arcane to, like, sorry, Marvel to Arcane pipeline that exists. I don't know. There is that. That's that little cookie you get there. I don't know. There's that. I don't know. Take that what you will. But, my God, my throat is, like, shot right now, and I don't know why. Again, other than I talked to my sister today, but that was, like, really early on today, and I've not talked to anyone, since then. So, I don't know. My throat decided to just want to go, So, whatever. It's fine. I'll probably go on for this a couple more minutes, and then I'm probably gonna stop anyway. But, I don't know, yeah, that's my 2 cents on Arcane. Good show. Like it a lot. Fun. I don't know. Fun, good, I liked it. It was enjoyable, and the story was fun. Also another pipeline thing also, too, by the way. I meant to say, too, with that. Weird, multiverse thing. There you go. That's the real pipeline. Multiverse. Multiverse stuff is just in Arcane. Which also goes back to the Spider-Verse thing, which also goes to the MCU because they also have the multiverse. There you go. That's how it correlates. I don't know. It all circles back in the end because Spider-Verse was first in that, and then the MCU did it, and then Arcane went to it, and it's a whole circle now. Anyway. I don't know, man. It's late. I don't know. I thought about that, and that was my, I don't know, like I'm trying to make it like a whole thing with that, and that makes no sense. Anyway, it's almost Christmas time. This is not a Christmas episode, but I am mentioning that it's almost Christmas time. I watched Elf for the first time recently. I've always seen clips of it, but I've not seen it fully until last night. And I really like this. I really like it. I wish I seen Elf sooner. I've not seen Hell of a Boss. I need to. I can. I just haven't. My brain is all over the place. I need to watch some series. I have so much. I have a bucket list of stuff I need to watch. I need to get back to Blue Eye Samurai. I need to watch Hell of a Boss. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's a couple things I need to watch. Those are just the two, though, that on top of my head. It's another series I wanted to watch, but I can't remember. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. Like I said, I saw Elf. It was fun. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've seen Hell of a Boss. I think I watched the pilot once when it was on YouTube. When it was on YouTube, it's still on YouTube. What am I talking about? The pilot is on YouTube. But I saw the pilot. And I always thought it was interesting, and I know it's out, and I know it's a musical, which I really like that kind of thing. I like musicals. So, I don't know why I haven't gotten around to watching it, other than I just haven't, and I need to. I have no excuse of not seeing it. It's not even really a long series either, so it's like, I don't know. And there's a season 2, so it's not like one of those things where I'm like, oh, they're not gonna make another season, so what's the point? It's like, no, there's another season, so, like, I can watch it. I just haven't. So, yeah, I don't know, that may be my goal during my break, is to just watch that, let's see, but yeah, no, like I said, I watched Elf, that was fun, so yeah, like I said, I wish I saw it sooner, Elf, because it was it's just a fun movie, in general. Will Ferrell is such a fun, he's such a good comedic actor, for sure, he really fits it. Okay. Oh, there is season 2 already. Okay. Jesus. They probably did the thing where they cut the season 1 thing in half, and that's weird. That gives me a weird ick thing. I don't know. I don't like when they do that, because I know why they do that nowadays. It's to pay them less money, but it's still cool at least that there is going to be another season after that they confirmed. But, yeah, I didn't know they already had season 2, which is good. Yeah, Elf is such a good movie. So, yeah, I've always seen bits of it, but never watched it fully. I don't know. I need to watch my Christmas other stuff. I have watched Pee-wee already, which is, again, why I'm saying, like, I'm already getting to the script and all that. So, So I don't know. Yeah, like I need to watch my other Christmas movie. I need to watch Charlie Brown, and all that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll we'll talk about like Charlie Brown as like a Christmas special because it's such an interesting thing. Oh, okay. Yes. I also need to watch Husband Hotel as well too, which I also saw the pilot for that, which is funny. I saw the pilot for those of those shows, still haven't watched a single one. It's horrible. I need to do it. I need to do it. Also, I realized when I was saying the musical part, I meant to say Husband Hotel for that. I realized I was confusing my two with that. I still, like I said, I haven't seen any of them, and I need to. Again, same creator, which is why, and same animation style, which is why I said that originally. But yeah. So, yes, but yeah, no, I'll cover Charlie Brown one day, the Christmas special, because I also think that Christmas special is so interesting because it's just how it is that way. Because it's one of like the earlier ones. But yeah, I don't know. What other Christmas stuff have I not seen yet? I mean, I've seen Charlie Brown, obviously, but I mean, like, I just what I haven't seen for this year. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, point is, for video-wise, you're getting Pee-wee because that's what I said, and I think Pee-wee is much more important because Pee-wee. Even though, the fun fact, and I'm already mentioned this in the video, but it's like, the thing is, I never watched this series growing up Pee-wee because by the time, I was alive, and born, the series was way done, but, I always watched, like I said, the Christmas special, so I just want to cover it because it's like, I'm not saying no one has covered the Christmas special, but it seems like people don't talk about it as much, and it's very strange because I feel like it's such a good special. Anyway, I'll save my whole rant with that when I get to the video. But like, I don't know, there's just something special about it. Anyway, oh my god, my throat is just like, ugh. Anyway, probably should be wrapping it up because, oh my god, I don't know how much longer my voice is gonna last for this thing. I think 45 minutes about 45 minutes is fine for a stream anyway. It's late and y'all probably should be in bed anyway. I mean, at least in a sense, people who don't live in the West Coast. It's still kind of early for us. But if anyone's living in the East Coast and all that, go to bed. It's late. I know how late it is. I know how late it is. It's not. It's very late. So there's that. But yeah. Stream wise, like I said, I don't know when I'm streaming next Saturday. Yeah, I know, tea or water or something. I don't know. I do have tea though. But yeah. Like I said, I don't know when I'm streaming this Saturday. We'll find out. It's gonna be random. It's gonna be a game. I know that. I just don't know what game I'm playing. So we'll find out together. That day. Because I guarantee I'm going to not think about it. I'm going to get to Saturday. I'm going to be like, what am I playing? And I'm going to pick it. So it'll be a surprise for everyone. So there you go. Video-wise, like I said, this is my plan. If something changes, I'll let you all know next Saturday. But should be on the 24th and the 25th, there should be my videos. I don't know which order they're going in. But it's going to be the cooking video, and it's going to be the Pee-wee Christmas special breakdown, run, whatever thing. So look to that. If something for some odd reason changes with that, I'll let you know next Saturday. But if it's definitely going to happen, I'll definitely put a hard confirm that way. Otherwise, yeah, I don't really got much for updates. So with that, I hope you all enjoy the stream. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, comment below what you thought. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So, bye, guys.